Hello friends, today in this tutorial I'll be showing you that how to create this responsive Google landing page inside your HTML and CSS3. So basically inside your browser, so you can see whenever you visit Google search engine, it's a popular #1 search engine in the world. And basically we will be showing you how to replicate the design here using this material design input field, these buttons. Whenever you hover onto these buttons, you will see nice little box shadow effect will be there. This is a search field. This is a simple logo. We will design it inside HTML and CSS3. So there will be the sign in button. This is a simple logo, Gmail images, about store. You can see this is a footer section here. You can see the country of which wherever we are browsing google.com, advertising, business, how search engine works. It is completely responsive. If you are viewing it on mobile phone, it will look something like this. On tablet, it will look something like this. So it is completely responsive like this. You can now see. So you can see that, guys, it is completely responsive. So if you make it responsive, all the elements are lining up in a very good manner inside your mobile devices, tablet devices, or you can say inside your PC devices. So I think it's a very good uh, landing page that we will be developing in this side this tutorial. So keep watching this tutorial, guys. If you're watching it for the very first time, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So you can see we will be building this Google landing page inside HTML and CSS3. So if you are watching it for the very first time, please hit the like button. And for this, guys, I have written a complete blog post on my tutorial website, Coding Shiksha. So if you want to get all the source code of this, I will give this link in the description. So get the full source code. You can basically, I have given the source code in the live chat, guys. So basically this is the Google landing page that we will make inside this tutorial. So if you are watching it for the very first time, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel. So let's start building this landing page from scratch, guys. So I will make it side by side so that you can clearly see what we are building. So just do it like this. So here, guys, you need to create a brand new file which will be called as google.html. So here we will just write the basic HTML. So here we will be giving a title which is Google landing page UI clone. And here, guys, you will write your basic HTML which is required for this. So the very first thing we will do, guys, we will need to import the font awesome icons. So all the icons that you are seeing right here simply include the CDN for this. So this is a script tag that we have included. After this, we will have a navigation bar. First of all, inside this navigation bar, we will have a list of items. So these are the anchor elements. So basically this will be for about. So if you now open this, guys, inside your browser, if you open with live server, you can see there is this about section out there which we have developed out there. After this, we will have another li tag, and this time this will be for store. And next again we will have another one which will be for Gmail, and this will be on the right hand side, guys. So we will be attaching a class to it of navigation right side. That's it. So after this, guys, we will have another li tag, and inside this we will have a div section, and inside this we will be attaching classes to it. So this will be having this class box grid, and this will be of having class of box item. And basically, guys, here there will be a list of items. So you can see we have a series of div items here, so each having the class of box item. So simply just paste it here, simply paste it here. So this is each div is having this class which is box item. And after this, guys, we will have a simple li tag. Basically this li tag will have a button which will be called as sign in. So here you will be giving a class to it of sign in button. That's it. So this is the button, guys, we will have. So now your navigation bar is complete, guys. This is HTML. So now we need to style this. So we will go to our google.css. We will create a file in the root directory for holding all the style sheet code. So just create this, and right here, first of all, we will style the navigation bar. For styling the navigation bar, first of all, we will target all the elements, guys. So for this, we need to remove the margin. So margin is 0, padding is also 0, and then we will say box sizing to border box. So now you can see all the margins and the paddings are removed. And now we will target the body. We will change the font family to this Arial Helvetica Sans Serif. So now you can see the font is changed. So now we will be styling the navigation area, guys. So for styling the navigation area, we will target the navigation tag and UL unordered list. First of all, we will change the display property to flex. So now if you change the display, it will be appearing in the horizontal direction. And then justify content, we will just say flex start. So if you do this, it will have some space in between the items. So align items, we will say this is equal to baseline. And after this, we also need to have some margin in between the items. So 20 pixel in between this, like this, 15 pixel in between the items, and 0. And also we will be changing the font size, guys, to 13 pixel. It will now have 13 pixel font size. So now we will be having the li target the list items. So here we will be removing the bullets that you see, guys. You can see black bullets. So this will be list style type to none. So now your bullets will be removed. And also we will be giving a margin to it of 0, 20 pixel, 0, 0. So there will be some spaces in between the items. So after this, guys, we will say that text transform, and basically we will be changing all the characters to capital letters, so to capitalize. So this will change to all the first character of each list item will change to capitalize. So that's why now we will be targeting our ally tag, anchor tag, guys. So first of all, we will change the text decoration to none. So this will remove the underline that you see right here. Now we also need to change the color to black. So this is a black color for hexadecimal. You will now see the text color is successfully changed to black color. And whenever we want to hover onto these list items, guys, we need to attach a pseudo class which is a under hover :hover, and this text decoration we need to change it to underline. So basically what will happen if you hover onto this, it will change to underline. That's it. Signifies that this is a link element. That's it. So now we will be targeting this sign in button, guys, which is having this a nice little class of navigation right. So basically we will say that we will margin left to auto. This will shift this element to the extreme left, sorry, extreme right. You will now see it will move to the extreme right here, which is Gmail, sign in, about, store. So basically, guys, if you're watching it for the very first time, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. And if you're watching it for the very first time, so this is our navigation menu, which is complete, guys. So now we will be moving to the next section, which is pretty much very easy, which is the actual sign in button. Basically, if you see, we have given this class which is called as sign in button. So we need to style this class here. So we will simply say here, which is sign in button. So here, guys, first of all, we will change the background color to this color, which is 5555CF. This is the color, blue color. And basically we will change the color to white. And we will also be giving some padding to it of 10 pixel, 15 pixels. So this is the, you can now see it is somewhat elongated. And also we will change the cursor to pointer. So whenever we hover onto this, the cursor will change to pointer. We just need to make it somewhat round, so we will give a border radius to 5 pixels. So now it will be slightly rounder. And also the space between the letters, we will say letter spacing 1 pixel. So it will have some spaces in between the characters. So now guys, this is the navigation part is complete for Google homepage. It is, you can now see this is now complete here. This is the section which is showing here guys. So now it is complete. So basically guys, you will see we have given this box grid class here. If you clearly see here, we have given this div a class of box grid. So now basically we will be targeting this. So for each box grid class guys, we will be changing the display property to grid. So here you need to change the display to grid, and the grid template columns will be equal to 5 pixel, 5 pixel, 5 pixel, and grid template rows will be equal to 5 pixel, 5 pixel, 5 pixel. And the gap between guys, there is also a gap property, grid column gap. So this will be equal to 3 pixel, and the grid row gap will be equal to 3 pixel. So in between that guys, we will have given the box item classes. So you just need to put a background color. Basically the background color is black. So if you put this, you will now see your grid-like structure. This is exactly the icon that we developed guys. You can see this is the icon that is showing here. So we have developed this icon from scratch. So if you are hitting the, please hit the like button guys. Only 2 people watching, so please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. And right here, if you see here, we haven't given the images tags. So what I will need to do, just go to the HTML part here. Yeah, this is, we are remaining here. After this Gmail, we need to also give another li tag, which is, this will be for the images. So just put here images. So now you can see, now it is complete. So after this guys, we will have our, after this navigation is complete, we will have a separate div tag. So this will be having the class of Google function. So inside this guys, we will have a set of span tags, each having a class of Google name. So here we will be designing the Google logo guys, which is very simple. So we will have a simple G tag. If you clearly see G, and then each will have a class name of Google name. This will be O. This will be again O. So now you can see this will be G. This will be L. This will be E. So we have written Google here inside each span tag. Here you can see that Google is written now. So now to style this, it's very easy. Just go to the CSS part here, and basically what you need to do is that we will target this class which we have given to the span tags, which is Google function. And here we will first of all change the display to flex. So change the display to flex, and flex direction will be column. We will align the items in the center position, and margin top will be 80 pixel. So it will be right here in the center position. And here we will have given this each span tag. You can now see Google name class. So now we need to style this Google name class. So here we will be changing the font size to 80 pixel, and we will also be changing the font weight to bold. So now it is somewhat bold here like this. You can see that Google. So right here guys, first of all we will target this G tag. So basically in order to target this G tag, we will say Google name. And basically in order to target the first element inside CSS, guys, we have a selector called as nth child. So here we will be targeting the first character, which is the first span tag, which is holding this G element. So here we will pass 1 here, and here we need to change its color to this color, which is 4285 F4. This is the G color. You can now see it is changing to the blue color. And also we need to transform this, so text transform capitalize, so it will be changed to capital letters. So now you can see that. So now guys, in the same manner we will be targeting some more elements here. Google name, and there is another selector out there which is nth child. This time we will say 2n plus 2. So this will, I think, select uh, this G tag. This G tag it will select, and here you just need to change the color to DB4437. This is a red color. So now you can see that. And Google name nth child. The third element we will style it, and for this the color needs to be F4 BF0. So now you can see this is the logo, guys, of google.com. As you know, basically this is the logo. And we also need to also give here target the nth child 4, and for this we just need to say 4285 F4. This is a color. And similarly Google name nth child, the fifth character, and for this we need to change the color to 0F9D58. So I think the last character is Google name nth child. This time this is the last character here. So here you just need to change the color to DB4437. This is red color. So you can now see we have constructed this logo, guys, of google.com, Google search engine, like this, using plain CSS and HTML. We haven't used any sort of icon. This is entirely built inside HTML and CSS. So I think you have got the concept how we did this. It is very useful. 6 people are watching the stream, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. I'm seeing that people are not liking the content, so hit the like button. So this is our logo, guys. Now after this we just need to put our input field out there. So after this we will have a simple form. So inside this HTML, guys, so basically whenever this paragraph is over we will have a simple form. So this is a form, guys. So inside this we will have a div element, and here we will be showing a simple icon. This will be FA search. This is a search icon we will show, and here we will have a simple input field of types text. I will be giving an ID to it of G search, which is Google search. Name is also G search. This is a simple input field, guys. You can now see we need to now style this, so it's very simple. So we will be targeting this class, which is, first of all we will target the input field type is equal to text. So now to target this input field, guys, so first of all we need to attach some padding to it of 12 pixel. So it will have some padding here, you can now see, and 40 pixel from the top, you can now see. We also need to give some margin, which is 20 pixel from the top, 0, 25 pixel from the left, and 0. We also need to give it a border radius of 25 pixels to make it somewhat round like this. We will be giving a width of 450 pixels, so it will be long here like this. You can now see. We also need to remove these outline guys, which is appearing right here. So there will be no outline here. And we also need to change the border to this color, which is 1 pixel solid. And the color is 888888. This is a color, the gray color. You can now see this. Here you can write something here. And also when we hover onto this, we also need to show some box shadow. For showing this, we will be using the pseudo class that you all know, which is input type text and hover. This is a hover class, and here we need to attach the box shadow, which is 2 pixel, 2 pixel, 8 pixel, and the color is this again. So now if you hover this guys, you can now see a nice little box shadow is showing here. You can now see. So now we just need to align this icon guys, search icon. So here we can target this by its own class, which we have given FA search. So here we will say position will be relative to the input field. We will make it left 35 pixel. So it will move it from the 35 pixel like this. And then basically we will say bottom is equal to 2 pixel. So like this. From the top we also need to give 2 pixel. And the color we need to change of this search in icon, which is the gray color 888. So now guys, you can see the perfectly our input field is also ready here. This is icon, this is a search input field. You can now see. Now we just need to require the simple two buttons, which is Google search and I am feeling lucky. These two buttons we require it. So simply we need to add this. So inside your basically HTML, we will write these two buttons, each having a class of, we need to surround this. So after this div is over, we will have a div. Basically, it will have a class of button group. So in this div class, guys, we will have two buttons. First, this will be for Google search. This is the first button, and the second button is for, it will have this text which will be I am feeling lucky. So this is I am feeling lucky. So these two buttons are there guys. You can now see we need to attach the classes to each of these buttons, which is Google button, and also to this class as well, Google button. So now we can style this inside our CSS. So first of all, we will target the button group class surrounding these two buttons. So we will change the display to flex and justify content to center. So if you see now, it will be coming in the center of the screen, justify content center. So each of these buttons have this class, which is Google button. So now to do this guys, inside these buttons, first of all we need to give some padding. So 10 pixel and then 15 pixel. So now it will have some spaces here. You can now see we also need to remove this border as well. Before that we need to give margin from the right position 10 pixel. So now it will have some spaces in between this. Also we need to say border radius to 5 pixels, so it will now make these buttons somewhat round. And also we need to remove the border, so there will be no border here like this. So you can now see there is no border. So now we need to attach some hover effect guys. So whenever we hover onto these buttons, we need to attach some effect. So there is a hover class, hover effect, pseudo class. We will attach this. So inside this, we will first of all change the cursor pointer. So whenever we hover onto these buttons, the cursor will change to pointer. The next property is we need to also change its background to this hexadecimal color, which is equal to E8 E2 E2. This is a color, the grayish color. You can now see the background is changing here. And also we need to also have a border which will be 1 pixel solid, and this is a color 838383. This is a color. So it has some border effect as well, you can now see. And also at last guys, we also need to show some box shadow as well. So 2 pixel, 2 pixel, 10 pixel, and then we will have 8888888. So now you can see a nice little box shadow effect is also there. You can now see. So almost this Google search engine landing page is complete guys. You can now see we have this input field, we have this logo, we have this navigation bar, we have these two buttons, and we just require the footer guys to allow the footer. So if you're watching it for the very first time guys, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel. Only one like is there guys, please hit the like button, increase it to 10 likes, target 10 likes. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well if you're watching it for the very first time. So now to add the footer guys, it's very simple. In order to add the footer, we will go to the HTML part here. So basically we will have the footer tag. So inside the footer guys, we will have the footer country, and basically this country you can change it to any country of your choice. United Kingdom, this will be written right here in the footer section. And after this guys, we will have an unordered list. We will have the footer details. So li, and basically this will be for advertising, and the second one will be for business. The next one will be for how search works. So the next one will be in the right hand side guys, this will be for the privacy. So for this we need to give it a class of navigation right. So we have already written this class guys, so it will move it to the right direction, navigation right. So then we also need to say guys, which is li. The next one will be for the terms, and the last element here will be settings. So this is complete guys, this is a footer HTML, this is complete. Now we just need to go to the CSS part here and write the actual CSS. So here first of all guys, we will target the footer. So footer tag we will target, we will say position to be absolute, this time absolute. And bottom, we will move all the elements to the bottom. You will now see it will appear right here at the bottom of the screen using bottom to 0. We will make the width of the footer element to be complete 100%. So it will take the entire percent of the screen. Font size we will increase to 14 pixel. It will be slightly smaller. And the background will be changed to this color guys, F2, F2, F2. This is a grayish color. And we also need to give a border 1 pixel solid DADCE0. This is a color. So right here guys, it has got a nice little box shadow, sorry, border effect of gray color like this. So now we need to put the, after this we also need to change the color, text color, to this color, which is 0.54. So it will be slightly lighter. And now guys, we will be targeting this United Kingdom, this footer country. We will be giving a border from the bottom position 1 pixel solid DADCE0. So now you can see it has got a border, and padding also 10 pixel 0, 10 pixel, 20 pixel. So now you can see it has some padding as well. You can now see. So footer details, we will target the footer details. So here we will change the display to flex, guys, so it will be now be appearing in the horizontal direction. You will now see all the list items. And for this we also need to say that justify content to flex start, and we need to also give padding, which is 10 pixel 0, 10 pixel, 20 pixel. So it will have some spaces, you can now see. So here we will be targeting the list item, guys, which is list style type to none. So this will remove the bullet signs here, and also we need to give margin in between the items, 20 pixel 0, 0. So now you can see it has some spaces in between the items if you clearly see here. So if you're watching it for the very first time, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So after this, guys, what we need to do is that we will be targeting the anchor element here. So what we will do is that footer details li a, we will change the color to this color, which is 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 054. And text decoration, we will remove the underline, text decoration to none. And also footer details li, when we hover onto this is a pseudo class, then we need to change it to underline, so text decoration to underline. So if you do this, now it will change to underline. That's it. So I think that this is your, it is almost complete, guys. You can now see one thing is remaining. We need to move it to the, if you see, if we have written the navigation right class, nav right class, so margin left auto, so we have defined this class. We will see navigation right, and navigation right, if you see clearly in the HTML, we have defined this class. So now you can see these two elements will move to the right hand side here, privacy terms settings. So that was just a problem in writing HTML. So we need to make some slight adjustment, guys. Basically inside the footer section, you can, now the footer is not responsive. To make it fully responsive, guys, we need to write some media queries here inside CSS. So in order to write a media query, it's very simple. You just put a add the right symbol, media only screen, and here you need to put the maximum width. So maximum width will be exactly 650 pixel, and here we need to target the footer details section. So here you will change the display to grid section. You can see it will change to grid section. So let me change it. So here display grid, you can now see it changes automatically because it is equal to 650 pixel. And here now we will be having grid template columns. This will be auto, auto, auto. So now you can see grid template rows. This will be again auto, auto. The gap between the items, which will be grid column gap, which will be equal to 15 pixels. So each item gap will be having 15 pixel. You will now see the grid row gap also will also be 15 pixel. Justify content to be center. So now you can see it will appear right here in the center position for the mobile devices. So now you can see it is completely responsive, the footer section as well, if you see. So We also need to make this input field as well, guys. The search icon is not appearing well. For doing this, we just need to say we need to write another media query for this. So this is complete for the footer section. So lastly, we will write media only screen, and the maximum width here needs to be 520 pixel. And this time, this input field, input type, text needs to be, we will change the width to 350 pixel. So now you can see the width has been successfully changed to 350 pixel, guys. Whenever the mobile devices are come here, if you elongate to higher devices, the width will change. So how you can see that this is media queries at its best, guys. You can now see this is all about media queries. You can control the sizing of each element whenever it appears in shorter devices. This is very much useful whenever you are developing mobile friendly websites. So these media queries are very much important. So exactly whenever it reaches up to 520 pixel, this width will, you can even change this to 200. It will again be elongated even more like this. So like this. So you can control all these factors, guys, using media queries. So it's a very powerful concept. I will definitely make more videos on this channel. So please hit the like button, guys. Subscribe the channel as well if you're watching it for the very first time. And if you have any sort of doubt, you can ask in the comment section. And you definitely please hit the like button, subscribe the channel. I am seeing people are not liking the content, only 4 likes are there. प्लीज यार लाइक तो करो ना वीडियो को 9 बंदे देख रहे हो यार 4 लाइक्स हैं 10 लाइक्स तक पहुंचाओ 10 लाइक्स तक प्लीज हिट द लाइक बटन ये रहा बटन मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ ये जो लाइक का बटन है ना इस वीडियो के नीचे है अगर हिंदी में समझना है तो हिंदी में सोचो यार लाइक तो करो ये जो बटन दिख रहा है आपको नीचे वाला बटन है ये वाला बटन है इसको प्रेस करो अभी 4 लाइक ही हैं इसको बढ़ा के 10 लाइक करो प्लीज हिट दैट लाइक बटन गाइज प्लीज रीच दिस लाइक्स टू 10 likes. If you are a true fan of me, so please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, guys, please hit the like button. Subscribe the channel as well. Tanveer Shah, please hit that like button and subscribe the channel as well. So if you have any sort of doubts, you can ask in the comment section about this video. So 12 people are watching the stream, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well if you're watching it for the very first time. Only 4 likes are there. So let me tell you, should I make videos on media queries or not? Media queries, if you're interested. You are saying that basically whenever you are typing a phone number inside the input field, it should automatically turn the format to 123 123 123. Basically, it's a phone number input field that you're trying to have. So there is an attribute inside HTML which allows you to make input fields related to phone number. There is a good little attribute out there. Basically, if you see, there is an attribute called as input type phone. I think it is called as number or phone. If you see, let me. So there is an attribute here which is allows you to enter phone numbers. Input type phone number. input type phone number in HTML. Yeah, there is an attribute called as telephone. So there is this element here which is telephone, which allows you to, here you can specify the pattern here. Basically there is a pattern here. So whichever phone number you are entering here, this is a pattern here from 0 to 9, 3, 0 to 9, 2 characters, 0 to 9, 3. If you see here, now this is your character. So there is specific attribute called as telephone. This is the, but it doesn't add the hyphen. You need to write some JavaScript for this. So you can just search for example, which is formatted phone number auto format. I think you are talking about this. So this is the, you can now write your number, uh, 254649. This is a number, you can see selection is 11. There are 11 characters. So 9821254649. Selection is 12. 4 7 9 6. This is the code, guys. You can see that phone formatting. Would you like to get the code? It is present inside CodePen, or should I give the code in the live chat? This is the example. You can copy paste it. So this is the actual code. Basically, this automatically formats your phone number whenever you try to write any sort of number, and basically it prevents you from writing any sort of garbage value. Let's suppose you're writing a string value, it will prevent you from writing you. So I think it's a complete example. You should definitely enjoy it. It is basically built inside JavaScript. A single JavaScript function is running continuously, just checking the input, whatever input that you are supplying, whether should be that input should be a number. If that input is a integer or string, then this input will not accept the value. That exactly is it. You can now see this is the actual format. You can specify the format accordingly. 3 characters, and 4 characters. So if you're watching it for the very first time, guys, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. And let me just start a new poll here, which is your CSS framework, which is your popular CSS framework. Either it is Tailwind or it is Bulma CSS, or is it Bootstrap? So just participate inside this poll, guys, and tell me whichever framework you like, either Tailwind, Bulma CSS, or Bootstrap.